Here is my review for The Legend of Korra Season 4, Episode 12, titled Day of the Colossus, and Episode 13, The Last Stand. So I'm combining both of the episodes and reviewing them in this one video here. So, yeah. I'm not gonna, go through the episodes like I usually do. I'm just gonna pretty much talk about each of the characters for the most part and tell you what they did and so on and so forth like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna start with Prince Wu because he was quite impressive, actually. He was quite impressive. I'll have to say that when it comes to characters in here and it comes to the development of the characters, Prince Wu's development was quite nice throughout this entire season. You know, he was a very immature, a person not ready to be king, to a person that is just so ready. He's ready. He's so mature now. He understands. He's compassionate. He's understanding to others and so on and so forth. He's really made a turnaround, and I do like his development as a character and how they went about developing his character within this season. So what he did within this episode is pretty much still trying to evacuate the citizens of Republic City, and when he was trying to evacuate them, he actually had a good plan. Again, he's really thinking. This guy's really thinking. He got some badger moles and was digging underground. He's I can use this. Kuvira can't find us. It'd be a perfect plan. I mean, it was good. It was a really good plan. Got the freaking badger moles in there. It's nice to see the badger moles too, because they are the original earthbenders. So it's nice to see them being used in the last season here. And with this plan, got the people out there successfully. I was like, all right. So, like I said, Prince Wu was quite impressive in here, and not to mention in the next episode, episode 13, a big boy's decision here is hey, I'm not gonna do the whole king thing. This whole king thing needs to just be abolished. It doesn't need to be here anymore. It's an old custom that doesn't need to be here. We need to have something similar to how Republic City is. So the Earth Kingdom will have a political system very similar to Republic City. So I like that. I like that as well. So that was great development right there. I do wonder if Prince Wu will try to run for president and see if he can get people to vote for him and all that. I'm pretty sure they would. I mean, he's a good leader. He's a good leader at this point now. So Mako really turned him around. All right, so I'm gonna bring up the whole I guess Hiroshi Sato thing, because Hiroshi came back in this episode, in the last episodes here, and his assistance is to try to find a plan to take down the mech, because the mech was actually quite impressive. Now we'll be talking about that later because I underestimated it, okay? I'll admit. In my last review, I was like, this thing don't seem that impressive, but it's impressive, but it's not. But no, it's quite impressive, okay? And I'm gonna give my reasons why and everything. I'll talk about this. But when it comes to Hiroshi Sato, he came out because Lin was like, hey, we need all the backup we can, and we need more ingenious minds here. We need help. So we got him here. And so he was helping out making the little butterfly or whatever that thing is, that contraption that flies and stuff that they're using. And they're using this plasma thing to be able to cut through through platinum, not titanium, through platinum. And so they got that whole thing together because Hiroshi Sato was thinking of this. And so with this plan, they're gonna go in and try to attack this freaking mech and try to cut a hole in it so they all can get inside and attack it from the inside, of course. And it's kind of reminiscent of the Avatar Last Airbender, where there's that drill trying to go through Ba Sing Se. You already know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. They've gotten the inside and stuff, and the Sokka's like, well, we gotta take it from the inside, strike his weak points and stuff, and then bam bam poo, everything comes crumbling down. So it's it's the same concept, which was kind of funny. I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. So, yeah, luckily, or I should say unluckily, actually, because for Hiroshi Sato anyways, I mean, he makes the hole, but he gets squished in the process, though, like a bug, and that was kind of sad. Though I will say this, it was sad. I felt it. I was like, dang, why you gotta die, Hiroshi? So so this is the person that dies that I heard. Because people were saying that someone dies. So it's this guy, Hiroshi dies, but at the same time, it's you could have shown him a bit more. It's we only got 2 episodes with him. When he first appeared in that one episode randomly with the zombie going over there in the jail, and seeing what she was saying to him and everything like that. And then we got this. I mean, they actually did make up. They said I love you and everything like that. So I'm glad though that Sami did make up with her father before her father died and stuff in action, because that would, again, like I said, that's sad. So I'm just glad that they made up before something like that happened, because she'll regret that for the rest of her life. She never made up with her father. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I wish there was a little bit more of him, to have more to have more weight to it. I don't know. It's just I'm not gonna say it felt rushed. I just feel like they didn't have enough. I mean, it makes sense though, because again, budget cuts happened. The whole episode was kind of cut for the most part. So I mean, this season was limited, so they can only do so much. So I mean, that's why you can't have everybody here and everybody in development. So I mean, I can't say too much. It's just I wish there's more Hiroshi before his downfall, his death. All right, so let me just talk about the mech here. So like I said, I underestimated the mech. The mech is really impressive. It's really impressive actually. But Tar Jr., this thing you created was crazy. I don't understand how the heck you created something like this. What made it so impressive that I didn't anticipate? I did not anticipate this. I mean, this seemed agile, but I didn't know it was this agile. Like, with her controlling it the way she is and stuff like that, it's really hard to knock it down, for one. I thought it was going to be that hard. I thought it was going to be that hard to knock it down, but that thing was really hard to knock down. So I was like, okay, that's actually quite impressive how you can't knock it down. The mobility of it it's not bad. I mean, it's swinging its arm and stuff like that. It's kind of slow on that part. Yeah, it's kind of slow on that part, but besides that, it's not bad on its movement and everything. Like, it can smack its back and smack other areas and stuff like that. It's able to do a lot. So I was like, okay, it's actually not that bad. And like I said, the destructive capacity of that beam was greater than I anticipated as well. So it is quite crazy. It's just, though, you still can dodge it though. You still can dodge it. So I had to still deduct points off of the beam because it's very dodgeable. So yeah, but the mech is quite impressive. So alright, let me talk about Varric and Zhu Li. So this is interesting. See, I'm kind of mixed between this decision that they did when it comes to Varric and Zhu Li. Because on one half, I should have made a reaction. I was hyped. I was like, what? Really? This is happening? Varric? Really? I mean, alright then. But on the other hand, after I started thinking about it, it's just like, well, where did this come from though? It's just, that's the problem. It's like, because the thing is, Varric never really shows his emotions like that, He never really showed how much he appreciates Zhu Li. I mean, in this episode, you see, and he was about to say how much that he takes her for granted and everything like that. So, but he couldn't say it to her because there's still things going on, so he couldn't really say what he needed to say. But still, you can see that he was trying to say that to her, that I shouldn't take you for granted. But it's like, his whole development throughout this season has been quite interesting. I will say it's been kind of quick. Honestly, it's been kind of quick on his part. It's just like a sudden change of character that he starts having like more, like having certain morals and feeling bad about creating this thing because it can actually hurt other people. He start caring about other people. You know what I mean? Like his stuff just started to change all of a sudden, rapidly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like his character in itself changed quite a lot. And then when it comes to Zhu Li and Varric, like I said, he's just like I wish he was being a little more compassionate than to Zhu Li if this was going to be like the lead up to it, to show that he's starting to actually have developing some kind of feelings for her. So, but at the same time though, I can't really complain too much on this. It's for the fact that if you really think about it, this is Varric we're talking about. Varric he's a very unpredictable guy, and you will never know what he's really going to do, and he's always going to surprise you and stuff like that. So it's like, given that based off his personality right there alone, it's like him all of a sudden changing like this isn't so out of character because of that. And I don't know. It's like I said, that's why I don't know how to feel about it. Because, I mean, part of me is happy because I like the fact that they're together now, okay? That's nice. And they had the whole wedding and stuff. Nice dress she had on, by the way. And Varric was all in a suit and everything, bowling, getting them married and stuff like that. That was nice. That was nice, actually. I liked it. I really did. It's just, at the same time, it's like I just felt like there could have been more development on them, honestly. At the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to say. There should have been more development on their relationship for this lead up to this. Alright, so I'm gonna do Mako and Bolin here. So when it comes to Bolin was nice in this episode, or episodes and stuff. He was going in, he helped push down this freaking whole building on top of the freaking mech, and that was nice. He was all screaming like, "Ah!" I was like, oh, there we go, feelings is it? I was like, okay then. Like, I like it. And him going in with the metal, not metal building, but the lava bending and everything, it was nice. Like, so Bolin was really doing his thing when it comes to, like, showcasing his ability. Like, he's really powerful now, you know? He really can fight now. And I like that. So, him coming in with the save to save his brother Mako, because what Mako does, which was, it was kind of nice, honestly. I have to say. But what Mako does here was pretty epic. Not to mention animation, how they went about it and stuff. I was like, dang. And I got scared, too. I got scared. I thought he was going to die. I was like, dude, this is an important character that they're going to kill. I mean, because Hiroshi, I mean, they were saying it's an important character. I mean, Hiroshi is not really that important of a character, but yeah, I was like, Mako's important. So I was like, oh god, he's going to die. Like, oh dang, I was about to get my feels for a second there, because he was using his electricity. Not to mention too, it was not like, oh, he just throws the electricity all of a sudden, just, you know, do the move. No, he did the whole thing. I was like, oh snap, he's going in. I was like, yes. There we go. I haven't seen that in so long. It's like the last episode of the season. You gotta throw that at me. I was like, yeah, freaking love it. I was electrified. I was like, I can't even. So we throw that electricity at it. It was just going nice. It's so nice. It was just so nice. Animation was beautiful, and he was falling down. Got hit in the chest with electric and stuff like that on the ground and stuff. And I was like, dang, he's about to die. But then Bolin came in. I was like, thank you, God. But they failed, and I got nervous. I thought both of them died for a second there, but no, they're okay. So, like I said, what he did was pretty impressive. He pretty much took down the machine single-handedly with his electricity and stuff, so that was pretty nice. Not to mention, then at the end of the episode, basically Mako tells to Korra that at the end of the day, we are cool. I will always have your back. So if you ever have any trouble, if there's another battle going on, I'm always gonna be there, always. So I mean, that's true friendship right there. Alright, so the last two, which is Korra and Kuvira. I'm going to start with Korra, though, talk about her a little bit, because, yes, Korra went in these episodes, of course. She always does her thing. The Korra versus Kuvira fights, round 2, though it was short, it still was nice. It was a nice battle. I wish it was much longer, because Korra's now 100%, and, you know, Kuvira could finally, you know, have a true challenge and stuff like that. I would love to actually see them go hand in hand much longer than they did, because they got interrupted because the mech got blown up and stuff. So though I am a little bit disappointed in that, but it still was nice to see them go in like that, because they were going in. God dang, they were going in. So I like that. The last episode and everything, she pretty much sums up the entire season towards the end of the episode, where she was basically like, she understands why she had to go through all this suffering. The reason why she had to go through all this suffering is because she needed to learn compassion. She needed to understand more. And getting that compassion, she can try to understand her enemies like Kuvira and everything like that. That's why she can understand that, hey, you're actually very similar to me and everything. So I think somebody in my comment section, I think that's the name, somebody able or something like that, I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, I think you said that before, actually. So you're on the money on that. That's pretty much the theme of this entire season right there, in a nutshell. So yeah, I like that. I mean, of course, they had those similarities there with them and everything, because they're both headstrong women, you know. They're very strong, and they will do whatever it takes to get you know, to achieve their goals and stuff like that. So I see that. So like I said, she's still trying to learn, and I like that as well. Like she's a good avatar. At the end of the day, I will say this. She's become a good avatar. Like, and what's very interesting as well, so I saw someone bring this up, but I had to steal this a little bit, but it's nice because Aang, you know, he has air, you know, and air is the element of freedom, and basically he needed to free the Fire Nation from, you know, the Fire Lord and everything, from his clutches and stuff, because this cycle was evil and stuff. So air was freedom. And when it comes to Korra, her element is water, and water is for change and everything. And as you see, the world changed drastically. And Tenzin said this in this episode. The world changed drastically with her being the Avatar. She has done so much more than any Avatar there has been, Yes, so much has changed. A new freaking spirit portal has been opened because of the whole destruction of that like bleam that freaking Kuvira was messing with towards the end of the episode, because she was not giving up. Kuvira was not giving up. She was like, you gonna die, and you freaking used that freaking beam and try to blow Korra up, but of course Korra dodged it, and then Korra actually ends up blocking it, going into the Avatar state and stuff like that, and that's when the whole explosion happened, and bam, a new spirit portal opened. So like I said, so much has happened when it comes to just Korra and her story, and she has went through so much. That's the thing. Like, this girl has went through so much throughout all of these seasons. And honestly, in all honesty, Aang did not have to go through this much. So I mean, I have to commend Korra on this. Like, she went through so much, and again, she's still humble. She's humble here. She's like, she still needs to learn. She still needs to do better and stuff like that, to always try to become a better Avatar. So that's why I'm like, she's a good Avatar at the end of the day. She did a good job. And so, yeah, before I talk about the last thing when it comes to Korra, because it's interesting, but let's hold on a second. Let's just hold on a minute, because I need to go to Kuvira, because Kuvira, this girl, like I said, she was headstrong, she was going in and everything like that. Well, of course she ends up losing and everything like that, but we understand now exactly where she's coming from, because at the end of the battle, when they went to the whole spirit world and everything, she was sitting there talking to Korra. You understand that basically the reason why she was so strong about her nation and wanting to get the nations united and so on and so forth is because when she was younger, as we know, she took her in because apparently her parents abandoned her, and she was an orphan and everything like that, and she didn't want to abandon her nation like her parents abandoned her. So I understand where she's coming from now fully and everything, and why she kind of went the way she went at it all. So I understand. I understand Kuvira. So, cause like I said, I've been having some issues with her this entire season. How I didn't really like this dictatorship going on here, and how she just ruling. It just seemed bland and just not. I just wasn't really enjoying it that much. And granted, I still wasn't really enjoying it that much, but having this understanding of her character here and everything like that, and why she was going about it the way she was, I understand it a bit more. So I'm a little less lenient on that. I'm not so mad, but still, it's just I still wish she could have been a little more interesting as a villain. You know, I don't know. I feel like there could have been more that they could have done with Kuvira, and you know, not make it so predictable, because that's like the main thing that was like an issue with me. It's like she was kind of predictable in her actions, and that was like the problem that I had to give fault for at the end of the day when it comes to Kuvira as a character. She was kind of a predictable villain for the most part, until towards the end and stuff like that, because she kind of like broke down and kind of crying a little bit and everything. So I was like, dang, I started feeling for her. And so back to Korra, yeah. In this episode, smack dab at the end of this episode, something that we don't normally see in kids shows, though you can interpret it in different ways. I see it as them, you know, they're more than just friends. And then I'm talking about Korra and Asami here. They seem to be more than just friends. It looks like that, okay? But at the same time, you could also say that maybe not, because I mean, I'll say that they should have gave more hints. I mean, there were some hints. Like I've been making these jokes and everything, and sidestepping some of the stuff and saying things like that, because you know there've been some hints here and there. You know, with her blushing when Asami gave her a compliment and crap, and then her writing letters just to Asami and no one else. You know, like there was those hints in there, but I feel like they could have gave maybe stronger hints. But I mean, maybe at the same time they didn't want to go too far, because I mean this is a kids show, so they don't want to, you know, do too much. So I guess, you know, I think they try to play it safe, where it's like, I guess maybe the more mature audience can probably understand it, while maybe the kids might not understand those little hints or something like that. So kids will see it like, oh, there's his best friends and stuff like that. As adults, we might see it as something more than that, maybe. So I mean, the whole point is, it is groundbreaking though. Like I said, it suggests that. So I'll give it that it suggests that these two are an item. Korra x Asami is for real. So I that's how I feel about it. It's quite interesting. I do like it. I mean, this series as a whole has been kind of groundbreaking. It's done a lot of things that a lot of other series don't normally do. We have a female protagonist, not only just a female protagonist, but a freaking non-Caucasian female protagonist. You know, like, you know, a different color. You know, so it's just like we have that. We have females empowered. You know, they go in, they do things. You know, they're not just sit at home and cook all day. You know, we have that. You know, there's so many things that this show has done that is not your normative, and that's something I can't appreciate when it comes to The Legend of Korra. This show has done more than a lot of other series ever, you know, especially that cartoon series. This is something that, you know, you don't normally see, so there is appreciation for that. So the animation was nice, the action was nice as well, and for this ending as a whole, for the whole entire series of Legend of Korra, how it ends off, it's nice. It was conclusive and ended off really well. So I have to say I did enjoy this ending for The Legend of Korra. Now, as for this season as a whole, with this ending, I give this season it's decent. It's okay. You know, I give it that okay. Like if it's out of 10, I give it like a 7. Like this, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad season, but there are some issues with it that I had and everything like that. And I'll probably get way more into it with my actual reviews for each season, because I'm gonna probably do a review for each of the seasons of Legend of Korra, starting from season 1 all the way to season 4. And I'm probably gonna do that on my other channel, because I'm gonna be doing a series of reviews on my other channel when I start getting my other equipment together, because I'm getting some other equipment and everything like that. But yeah, so look out for that. But like I said, there could have been things that could have been done better within the season, and so on and so forth. But overall, it wasn't bad. I did enjoy it for what it's worth. I will admit I will be missing this series quite a bit. Legend of Korra, the Avatar series as a whole, because people are saying this is it. This is the last thing. They're not gonna make another series. Maybe we might get some comics. Maybe we'll see. I hope so. I mean, I'd love to still see this world be expanded on, to see more avatars, to just, you know, give us more. And there's always more that can be done with this series. And I don't know, Mike and Brian, like I said, I do appreciate your guys' hard work. So, like I said, this was nice. I enjoyed it. I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys that have been sticking with me, watching my reviews, and commenting, liking, sharing. If you guys actually sharing my videos, you guys are, I really appreciate that. I mean, dang, I really do appreciate that if you guys are actually doing that. I mean, I appreciate everything you guys do, honestly. And I really do love y'all, you know? I really do love y'all. So, the journey ends here, people. This is it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my reviews, and I'll catch you guys on my next line of series reviews, because I will say this, I'm certain what I'm going to be reviewing next, hopefully you guys are actually will be watching, because next season's coming up, of anime and everything like that, and I'll tell you what I'm going to be watching, because I already know what I'm going to be watching. I saw the list. Ooh, there's some good shows going on for next season, but what I'm going to be reviewing for certain is Tokyo Ghoul Season 2. So, if you're a Tokyo Ghoul fan, yeah. If you're just a new guy and you're like, hey, I like Tokyo Ghoul, subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna be doing reviews for Tokyo Ghoul. And if you guys are been around and everything, look forward to that. So yeah. So at the end of the day, until then, people, break out.